Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we're starting a series for a game called Ittle Dew. Now, it is kind of a sad fact that Nintendo games don't come on PC. So if you're like me and you only cover PC games, you can't play anything like a Mario game or Zelda game, and it is often the case that you have to find something that tries to emulate that type of game. Ittle Dew is kind of trying to emulate the idea of some of the Zelda games. You would probably put it more in lines with some of the Game Boy Zelda games, not the most recent Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was a big change from what the other Zelda games have been, but this isn't particularly 3D in a 3D environment. It's top-down type thing, collecting items. There's no real settings here, as you can see, just volume for music and maybe sound effects, maybe dialogue, and an ability to display time, which is an interesting feature, I suppose. It'd be nice probably in most games. Maybe there's a time mechanic so it actually displays something beyond the real time, or maybe it's just there to be helpful for players. Under extra there's nothing right now, and then the only thing else I found, which is kind of odd, is when you start switching the language, all of these languages are familiar. I can at least place them as something I've probably seen before in my life, except for this. So, unless there's some language that I just have never heard of, along with that flag, which I've never seen before, I suspect this might be just a made-up language in the game. But it is kind of in the middle of everything else, and there's not a real order to any of that. It started with English, UK English flag, so that's what we'll be playing in, and that's probably too much setup already. This, I suspect, is a Unity game because it has that same Unity launcher that you see in a lot of games that set the resolution and the input outside of the game. And then there was an intro where we see the main character. She was floating on the raft and she crashed into the rocks and looked up and saw the island that's in the background. That's all we know. That's all we really need to know. Let's begin. There is a sequel to this game. I will eventually get around to playing it. Well, would you look at that? An entire island just reeking of adventure. I sure hope that's adventure I'm smelling. Is there a swamp nearby? Who cares? Let's check out that dirty old cave. Right, I'm taking a nap in the Tippsie button. Call me if you need me. So, like I said, Legend of Zelda type game. I don't think it's seaworthy. Interesting, you don't have to even interact with things, you just bump into them. And we have a stick that we could hit things with, and a picnic table. Now, one of the things that you could point out here is this is still kind of doing its own thing. We have some responses, we have some personality, we have a fairy character that's going to be helpful but not annoying, hopefully, and we have a protagonist character that is even a little dressed like Link from a Zelda game, and yet is female, so slight change there. We've got a map, and this artistic style has that squiggle vision that some people like. I think it's overused and probably just used as a crutch for bad inking and lining. The other point I would also make out is that in video games, the squiggle vision is unnecessary. You can Photoshop things like that and fix things like that. So Tippsie's tips. What? We just crash landed here and you already need my help? Let's just check out that cave. Make sure to read any signs inside. And then I guess we have 1 heart of health. Tutorial cave, adventurers welcome. So it's got a little bit of breaking the 3rd wall, and I would have this type of dirt right in the middle so that the player had to walk on these to know what is safe to walk on and what isn't. Hint, there's a floor switch nearby. Because this could have been misinterpreted as like lava or as something that you couldn't walk on, and if that was the case, I would have assumed in a game like this to not be able to walk on it, not to, instead of being able to fall in it and hurt myself. Here's the spikes. We had to try, so you just run against it with no damage. And it's a decent pace already. I guess I should also mention that I'm playing this with the Xbox One controller, so that all works by default. And to walk into some blocks to push them. Well, only these, I imagine. Well, did I mess that up? You have to light this torch with your burning stick to open the door. And now our stick's on fire. And is our stick on fire forever? It goes off when we are done. While not letting anyone through. Word. So don't try to smack that magic crystal sleeping over there. Beat stuff up until we solve the puzzle. Got it. So it's a actual creature that's blocking both ways. Smack doors and gates for clues on how to open them. Interesting. And see, that seems like a permanent thing. And then kill them. Really don't know what's in these pots. Really don't want to know what's in the pots. That's funny, I don't see any pots. Except for maybe on the wall. And since we found a line of dialogue just kind of against the wall, I kind of wonder if there's more hidden lines of dialogue. Press down on both floor switches at once. Well, we'll do this and this. And that lets us through no matter what, so what's the point of this? So I guess I could have pushed this down, but I can't now. And I don't think it's worth going through the tutorial area twice. And you entered the cave and you would have kind of expected to get a sword from an old man. North the castle, west Fishbone Hills, east swamp. And so we have to go to the castle first. And our main character is ready to go. I don't know what her name is though. If it is Ittle, that'd be a little bit weird, but okay. And we can't do anything with the trash. Is this a castle? Wow, look at all this total crap. An adventurer. I'm Indian Carver. And this is my shop. Carved all these items myself, I did. What, even the swordfish? Especially the swordfish. So what do you need? A raft, please. I'd rather not be stuck here if the adventuring isn't up to par. Oh, but of course it is. The most adventuresome island you ever saw. Tell you what, I'll carve you a raft for free if you bring me something called the artifact from the castle up north. In the meantime, I bet there's a lot of gold in the castle too. Go get something and buy something. So we have nothing to buy. Ice wand, a magical crystal on a stick that freezes anything. It'll be $400. Portrait wand, a magical staff with all sort of weird uses for $300, and a sword, a fire sword, a magical blade that always is on fire. It's for $200. And then we walked out this way to something called the Warp Garden that has like 7 sections, so makes me think that there's gonna be potentially 7 main areas. There's an 8-ball in front that says "Stop shaking me." It's a little weird to have so much stuff in the foreground, but it makes an interesting effect, I suppose. The castle. Now what I'm not getting here is any real feeling of ability to actually fight. So maybe we'll find out that we can. Shop at Eaton's. So maybe I need the fire sword to blow up these rocks to get to this part, because say I did this. Seems like it does work through a door, but like I'm not fast enough. Okay, that's just sick. Is that a heart? Where did you get that? From the ground? Don't eat stuff off the ground. 5-second rule. Alright, so I can't cross this without a fire sword. I can't open this door unless I'm supposed to maybe get in the corner. And it's 4-way directional control, so that's not the solution either. See this area behind the spikes? I'm guarding here. Okay. You're lucky I'm not guarding over there right now, or I'd have to stab you with my spear. This is the castle security? At least they won't care when we loot the place. And I don't think if I get things on fire I could even hit these people. And it's kind of funny, they're people in frog suits. They just made the exact same faces as the statues. Oh wow. So if I want to open it, though, I do have to defeat those 2 people. So I have to kind of find 200 gold. And the different floors are starting to make more sense. And with my little stick, these guys take 2 hits. So I imagine that's good evidence that this game isn't going to get really difficult. We didn't have any kind of difficulty setting or anything like that to begin with, so my question, I suppose, is will I ever get any gold from these characters? Doesn't seem like it will. And then they just die in confetti. This is moderately child friendly. Bring fire from the west. Whereas even Zelda itself arguably could be a little more violent than this. The idea in Zelda is you are killing creatures. Here you're turning them into confetti, it seems. Bring fire from the west, okay. And now that these are lit, I can probably use the fire even more. The door is open from the other side. I don't know if I really accomplished anything by getting rid of the fire. Like... but you have to do it. There's no choice. And it doesn't seem like they really get knocked out of their pattern or attack you. That being said, I probably want to be careful because every indication tells me I only have one heart, and if they do 1 heart of damage and not say a half heart of damage, then bombs and torches love being set on fire. That's what they're for. And if I push it one way and then come over here and then push it up and do this, but won't this whole room just reset? So unless there's a trick where I can set the what could I set on fire? Like the sign? Let's see, we take this, we get our fire, this is reset. Yeah, it's too slow. I grab the fire. I come over here. Try to set this on fire. Let's say I try to push this. It's too slow. And spend all of your money at Eaton's shop. Alright. And immediately it's gonna give me probably 300 gold. 200. I feel like games like this are... it's kind of ridiculous to have the number be that high. They took our lunch money. Arg. So now there's going to be a new kind of enemy. Wow, and if that is the first portal in the game, either we're gonna have multiple shops or we're gonna have a rather short experience. What? There's a twist. So the guy robbed us. I feel. Either that or the game is trolling us hardcore. This way, professional shortcut. Let's see. If I push this, it will slide all the way here, right? And then if I push this, it'll slide all the way this direction. And if I push this, it slides all the way here. And there's no pulling. And if I push this, nothing happens over this part. So yeah, there's some trick. It's a fire sword. I guess it's like your stick is permanently on fire now. You can melt ice and light palms and torches and stuff. So I guess maybe this wasn't so much a trick as just an odd way of doing things. I'm not sure how that helps solve that puzzle at all, though. A bomb that is not on fire is a sad bomb. Okay. And it doesn't seem like there's a big blast radius on these kind of bombs, so you have a decent amount of use you can use on them. I guess I could blow up this bomb, but it's only gonna blow up one brick at most. This guy's throwing flames at me, blocking the path. Let's try that. Moving forward in that round. Quite the puzzle now. This allow me to do this and this, which will allow me to do this. Which I guess lets me do this. Which I guess lets me do this. Picking up a lot of hearts. And notice we don't really need help. At all. Honestly, I would say this HUD feels almost like it's for a cell phone game. Maybe this is just a really good quality cell phone game compared to most cell phone games being low quality. But I could do with the HUD going away. I could do with, maybe we could find an option here. No, the display time is just game time. Okay. Apparently there are cards. Those are trading cards on Steam. Oh man, I did this wrong. I have to put out the fire. And there's no going back. Alright. Let's push this that way. Push this that way. And push this down that way. Oh, seriously? Attempt number 2. That didn't work very well. I gotta get in the middle and do a relatively decent job about not screwing up the middle. So I can err on the side of the lower half in this instance. There we go. Bombs can be pushed. We we have seen that. And look, there's even a snake path here telling us exactly where we need to go and where we need to blow it up. So it's really doing us a lot of favors. Like, it's being really nice to us, making this a really easy game, and I don't really have a problem with that. Because, in all honesty, do we need the game to be super difficult? I'm fine with the idea of having a simplistic, more child-friendly style of gameplay happen. Ice travels across spikes. Thank you, old man. I didn't think that was going to work. And here we've got some snake symbols, but does he reappear? Yes, he does, so we don't have to worry about that. So we push up this way, and those spikes are the spikes that travels again around. And that actually switched this. Ooh, that feels like it took a quarter of my health. Not as much as I would have guessed. So now he explodes, and now I'm down to half a health, which then allows me to push these out of the way and do this, and do this and this. Interesting. We made it to a first boss fight in less than 30 minutes. Ah, Madran Cell, eat our dogs at Forvina over Saturna. Is that eat hot dogs at the festival on Saturday? Okay. I don't know what that means, do you? Nope. Neither do I. Let's fight. Alright. So he's a ghost with what a cute death sequence too. And then we just restart here. And he just flew over the fire, which definitely gives you the idea that he can't be hurt that way. And apparently I can hit this and hurt it, but I have to be a little careful. And now these are dying with one hit instead of 2 hits. And that doesn't work. I like the music. I'm not sure it's exactly the right style music though. There we go. I don't know if these are supposed to be like pancakes or something else, or they're actually supposed to look like creatures. Good thing there's a heart here. It seems pretty likely you're gonna need some form of armor eventually. Like, you're not gonna survive. Taking hits. The length of your sword is just too short. And I don't think I have a run button. Like, it's a little weird. We've got like a difficulty spike here in this boss fight. Now they're telling me push the bomb and set the fire, then lower him to the explosion. Keep hitting him to make him stand still too. Okay. So the game is even telling me, how about a hint? Let's see. Push, push. And you can't push the fire. And there's a low drop rate on hearts. I feel like in a Zelda game you would be overwhelmed with the amount of hearts you could pick up. Just constant hearts, constant rupees. It feels a little odd to not be getting rupees. I feel like eventually you may get some item that would work towards that goal. Maybe I'm supposed to press the attack button when... Did I hit him? Like when he's about to attack? It's kind of odd that the game was being relatively easy compared to other games like this, other Zelda games. I don't know if there's really anything else to even compare. And then it gives us a little bit of trouble. Took us 3 tries to beat the boss. And I guess we're gonna leave. But we've gone long enough for this recording. That very possibly is 1/7 of the entire game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a really short experience. But there's nothing really wrong with that either. And maybe there's like a hardcore mode or a randomizer mode or something that unlocks later on. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.